Radio. Ruby, let's go. Let's go.
Come on, let's have a candid conversation. Let's talk about it. Just bring it up, we got hope and love.
Yeah.
It's all about you and your well-being. The Candid Conversation Show. Let's go. Let's talk about
Hey,
it.
let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's walk it out. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's walk it out.
It's all about you.
Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's walk it out. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Thank you for joining us for another awesome conversation. Let's talk about it, the Candid Conversation Show. My name is Muriel.
And my name is Ruby.
Just because you see a smile does not mean everything is perfect. We all have a story. On the show, we discuss topics that are unspoken and taboo in our community. We are excited to have a candid conversation with Karen Woods, where we will be discussing her traumatic healthcare journey and how she manages on a day-to-day basis.
Karen, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us and being open to have a candid conversation. We always start the show off by asking the guests to tell us a little bit about their childhood. Can you tell us a little bit about your childhood?
Yes, I was raised an only child in a mother-father home. Big family, loving family. I was adopted, so that was, I was adopted within the family.
Okay.
And everything was pretty normal, except for I was always overweight, so I got teased a lot growing up because most of my cousins even were thinner than me. So,
Okay.
but my childhood seemed to be normal.
Okay. You were bullied from kids at school or your family members?
Mainly from kids at school.
Yeah.
I had one cousin. They would say, "Oh, you're so fat" or something, but nothing majorly from my family. It was more throughout school. Kids that I went to school with, elementary, middle school,
Wow.
high school, even in high school.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
that's awful. Well, kids are so cruel, aren't they?
Yes, they are. And I do not like bullying.
No. So how did that make you feel then? Did that cause you to act up?
I guess so. I mean, when I got into high school, I snuck around and did drinking and stuff like that, and tried to hang out with people that probably were not the best people to hang out with.
Right.
But I grew up in a house where I went to church and stuff. So
Okay.
I mean, I was involved in church and
Good,
things. But
okay.
when you got in high school, things turned a little bit, trying to fit in with
Exactly.
everybody else because I was fat.
Right.
Did
So
you feel that you were fat, or you're just saying that because people said that to you?
No, I knew
Okay.
I was always fat. When other kids would be bragging about wearing Gloria Vanderbilt's or whatever jeans, I couldn't find them in my size. So
Okay.
I wore whatever I could wear.
Whatever you can wear. But you tried to fit in, so that's why you were then drinking and everything else, because you were just trying to be liked.
Right. I was in chorus, and I tried fitting in. That way, I had always been musical throughout from elementary all the way up. But I ended up hanging out with, like I said, some of the people that the rednecks in the school that went into drinking and partying and stuff because I was trying to fit in.
Of course.
Right. Well, you know what we didn't say, though, Karen? We need to take this back. We didn't say that we all went to school together. We didn't say that.
Yes, whatever.
We didn't say that part.
Don't say how many years.
Look, should I not say the years?
No, go ahead. Say the years. I'm proud of it.
35 years ago, we graduated high school.
Woohoo!
You are just as beautiful. You look good, girl. You really do.
Thank you.
So, Karen, did you get married after high school or did you wait?
I got married about a year after high school, I met this man. He was much older than me, and being fat and teased all my life, I was just looking for the attention.
Of course.
So I got pregnant, got married, and before my son was a year old, I had left him
Wow.
and divorced him.
Oh my gosh. So he was abusive? What was going on with that?
Yeah.
Oh, he was.
Yes, he was. Actually, the day we got married, he told me he ran my car into a tree, and I said something, and he said, "I can stop right now and beat the crap out of you."
Oh,
my
wow.
gosh, because he felt like you had such
Low self-esteem.
self-esteem that he could do whatever
Right.
it is that he wanted.
Isn't that
Right.
something?
Unfortunate. That's so unfortunate.
And so, did you ever get involved in another relationship, or you just stayed single throughout?
About 3 years later, I reunited with the guy that I had dated in high school.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and so we ended up with a relationship, and I had my middle son by him.
Okay.
And eventually, I married him. We moved to North Carolina, and I married him. Probably about 6 years into the relationship.
Okay.
And he was abusive too, but
my
he,
goodness.
again, was somebody I had been with in high school, showed me attention.
And you trusted him,
Yes.
probably, because it's somebody you knew from high
Yes.
school.
Right.
I trusted him, yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry that didn't work out.
Right. Yeah, he decided that his drugs and drinking were more important than
His family.
the kids. Yeah, his family.
So how are your children?
I have a 32-year-old,
Oh,
a
boy.
29-year-old, and a 22-year-old, and they're all boys.
Oh, all boys.
Wow. Mama's boys.
So how are they with, seeing this type of abuse that their mother is getting? How are the boys?
Well, my youngest one didn't really have to experience too much of it because his father walked off when he was 3 years old.
Oh, wow.
My two older boys, they've been very protective of me ever since then.
Okay.
They have a hard time with the relationships, but they don't like people being abused, hit, verbally abused or anything. That they said, our father did that. We don't want to do that.
That's great.
That's good. Yeah. So how are they, though? How are they in relationships? How is their Are they married? Do they have girlfriends? How is that going for them?
My oldest one had been in a relationship for a year, was engaged, and they broke it off a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh.
And and my 29-year-old has been in a relationship. He lives with his girlfriend. They've been together for 4 years. They've got a little boy that's almost 3.
Okay. That is nice.
And my 22-year-old still lives at home with mom.
That's okay. That's okay.
He's not going anywhere, right?
That's right.
That's your protector. He's protecting his mama.
That's right, yes.
A lot of time as women, sometimes we forget about our children, that our children are watching us. They're listening and they're watching and they're seeing the things that are going on around them.
Yes.
I wish, and I think that's one of the reasons for me that I had to end my marriage is because I was thinking about my kids.
That's right.
I was thinking about my kids, so I had to get out of it. I didn't want my son to think it's okay to speak to a woman any type of way. I didn't want my daughters to see that, on an everyday basis. I didn't want them to be subjected to that when they get older. So I figured the best thing for me to do for them was to get out of the situation.
Yeah.
And that's,
it is hard to get out of that situation if you don't have a good support system.
Absolutely.
You're absolutely correct. And my support system was my family, my sister. That was my support system. Because if I didn't, I may have stayed. I don't know. I may have stayed. But I'm glad that I got out. I'm glad that I got out. I was fortunate to get out. We were fortunate to get out,
Yes,
right?
that's right.
Definitely. Yes.
We were
yes.
fortunate. Do you still see yourself as the girl that nobody wants to be with, or a girl that was bullied in high school, or do you see yourself as that person? How do you feel about you?
Well, I've had gastric bypass surgery. You
Okay.
know, I've been down a long journey.
Share
Okay.
with us what happened.
And
How did that work out?
it did not turn out well within
Oh,
the
no.
first year. Within 6 weeks of the surgery, I could not walk anymore. I looked
What?
like a drunk hanging onto the walls.
What in the
But-
world happened?
Yes.
What
tell us.
happened?
Well, the doctor tried saying I didn't take the medicine and vitamins like I was supposed to, but at that time I was having to stay with my mom so she could help take care of my kids. So she made sure I was getting all my protein drinks and my meds. And eventually they found out that I was malnutrition and
Oh my
dehydrated.
gosh. So you're not
I
getting
was
enough.
in and out of the hospital for the whole first year.
Oh my goodness. I'm
I
sorry to
died.
hear about that.
She said she died.
What happened?
What happened?
Yes, I died.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
glad you could
so-
laugh about it
Well,
now, but what happened?
Well, I was in and out of the hospital,
Wow.
and this one time they had me in the hospital, and I actually, you hear people talking about the outer body experiences. I was like floating. I could see the doctor trying to revive me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow. I'm so glad that you're here. What an experience.
Yeah,
That
me
what
too.
what an experience
Yeah.
you had to go through.
What were you
Oh, yeah.
thinking when you not even heard, you were experiencing not being able to walk?
Well, I originally had the surgery because I didn't want to leave my 3 boys with no parent, and I was on 25 prescriptions a month,
Oh my goodness.
and not being able to do anything. Yeah, I went to physical therapy. They came to the house, everything. And I never really got back. I had to learn how to do everything again. And I thought, well, I did this surgery to help me and my kids, and I don't know how much it's helping my kids because they didn't have me. They would worry every day whether they were going to come home from school and their mama was going to be alive or dead.
Oh my gosh. What a thing for your children to have to go through. Not only you, but your children went through it. Your family went through it together.
Yeah.
So whatever happened with that though? Were you able to, suing the doctor is not going to, make things better?
You couldn't?
No, nothing. Nothing's really ever made it better. It's just a matter of me working really hard and just going on with life. I'm not letting it stop me.
You're not a quitter.
He wanted to reverse the surgery eventually, and I looked at him and I said, "Why? So I can be a fat person
Oh,
in
boy.
a wheelchair?"
Oh my gosh.
You know, I couldn't
You're like,
do that.
not only that, you're like, I'm not going to let you touch me.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
I've been through enough. I'm not going to let you touch me.
So tell me, how is it now that it's a new norm for you? You're in a wheelchair.
Yes, I'm in a wheelchair. I can stand up and rotate myself, and I can stand up and do my dishes, stuff like that. But as far as walking, if I had to walk up and down my ramp, I can. But it's a slow process. And my legs and stuff are not as strong as they used to be. So it's definitely a different norm in my life.
If you could do
being
it,
in a wheelchair.
if you could do this all over again, would you still have this surgery?
Oh yeah, I would definitely do it because my biological mother passed away and left my sister an orphan basically a week away from her 13th birthday.
Oh my goodness.
So I didn't want to do that to my children, and I feel like that God has a plan and a reason for everything, and I
Definitely.
try to not question it.
Oh my goodness, good for you. Did you
Wow.
ever have to do any counseling? Did you see anyone just to talk about this?
This is tremendous.
I've gone through some counseling, but it just a lot of prayer, a lot of faith.
Mhm.
That's basically what's kept me going,
that's-
and my kids.
Yes. Did you
So-
ever feel like giving up initially at the beginning?
No.
No, good.
I mean, it was really bad because I was in the hospital like during Easter holidays, which get really depressing. but,
Yeah.
But I knew I had to keep going because I had to stay alive and going for my boys.
That's right.
So,
The things we do for our children, right?
oh yeah.
Yeah, we put ourselves last and we just continue to make sure that we can provide for our children.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a strong woman.
You are.
Thank you.
Very strong.
Are you currently in a relationship now or no? No. So it's just,
No relationship since my second husband left. I got divorced to him. I had my surgery a year after he left,
okay.
Right.
and I did get divorced from him like 2 years after that. And my oldest son dared me to get in another relationship.
Oh my
He
God.
dared you. You're like, that's the last thing on your mind right now, right?
Exactly. So, and my kids are have always been very important to me, and I didn't want to do anything to mess them up any more than I feel like I already messed them up.
Yeah,
Right.
It wasn't your fault. That wasn't your fault. I don't want you to blame you. I mean, you did the best that you could.
Yeah. And continue to do so.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just giving them love. That's the most important thing.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you work outside the home, Karen?
No,
No.
I don't. I am totally disabled.
Okay.
So believe me, keeping up with my son and my mother lives up here, and that's a lot of responsibility.
Of course it
So-
is. Mm-hmm.
You got your hands
Yeah.
full, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, a lot of people, they think just because somebody's in a wheelchair, they can't do anything. My mother, she's been in a wheelchair half of our lives, and she did everything. She cooked, cleaned, ironed, she did everything. So I always tell people that just because somebody's in a wheelchair does not mean that they complete the daily task of life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's me. I keep my house clean. I do my laundry. I actually go out in the yard and help my son with yard work.
Good
And,
for you.
I have a manual wheelchair that I throw in the side of my van and drive.
Oh, wow.
You are not a quitter,
No.
that's for sure.
That's good.
Yes, so I can come and go without anybody with me.
You know what I remember the most with us growing up is your smile.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you.
And no matter what you've been through, with you telling us your story today, everything that you've been through, you still continue to smile.
Oh, yeah, that's the only way to be.
Yeah. Yes, that is.
You are blessed.
Is there something that you do for fun? Do you get out the house much, or do you just do things around the house?
Oh, I stay on the go. Believe me, my 22-year-old keeps me busy because he doesn't have a driver's license.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he's very involved in church. So
Okay, good.
Oh, that's good.
That's awesome.
we do a lot with church.
Mhm.
He's helping one of the men from church do gardening and stuff. So they pick on Tuesdays and Fridays, and then go to the farmers market on Saturdays. So I drive him over and let him, get with him and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I'm the main driver for any of our doctor's appointments. I go to the grocery store. I don't so-called fun things. No, just church. That's it.
Yeah. Well, you need to do something for yourself,
That's
right?
right.
Because if you're always giving and doing for others, where's your time for Karen? Where is Karen's time? You got to have that time for yourself.
That's true.
Yeah.
Usually I will come in my room and just turn TV on and watch the Hallmark Channel or something.
Yeah. I know. But you got that. You have to have that self time. You got to have that time for you. Do something that you
Yeah.
like. And I guess the Hallmark Channel
Yeah.
and watching what is the channel?
Lifetime. Mhm.
Lifetime is always good.
Oh, that's a good one too.
I love Lifetime. Mhm.
Uh-huh.
So, Karen, did you keep up singing? I know you used to be in the choir.
No.
No?
No, at the church we went to, the previous church we went to, I did do a couple of solos because people found out that I
Used to sing.
So- But no, I don't. I sing around the house. That's about it.
Tell us, what else do you like to do, or what plans do you have in making a difference, because you're already making a difference in your children's life right now. Would they see their mother as you're superwoman to them? You're superwoman. What do you see that's something that you want to do to continue making a difference?
Ew, I don't know. You got me on that one.
But you are. Don't you see that, though? You are superwoman to your children.
Oh, I know. And I think that might be kind of what messes with them a little bit with their relationships, because they're so used to seeing me keep going. And, you know, the generation nowadays, they're like, they don't want to do a lot of things.
It's true.
They sure don't.
It's true. A lot of people, but a lot of that comes from the home. A lot of because you have all boys, so of course they're dating girls. So the girls' parents may be saying, you need to find a man that can take care of you. Not
Right.
Instead of saying you need to work alongside that man. It takes
Yeah.
two. You got to work together.
Definitely.
And he sees you do it all yourself. So they're probably saying, what's wrong with you? My mom does everything.
Exactly.
Yes. I think so. Well, you know, that's like with my middle son and even my older one. Like I've told him, I said when their fathers worked and I stayed home, that was no problem. I cooked, I cleaned, I took care of the kids. And then there were times that I worked and their father stayed home and they did, you know, the house and taking care of the kids and cooking.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't want to see people doing that nowadays.
Oh, no. That's unfortunate, right? And
Very
I
much
think
so.
that's the best way to go. It takes two people.
Yeah.
You have to do it together. One person, before it used to be, the woman takes care of the house. The woman cooks,
Yeah.
cleans. But the women work now. They work
sure do.
outside of the home,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep.
So it takes a
Yeah.
partnership.
Definitely.
Yeah, it takes a partnership now, for sure.
Can you use a walker, Karen?
If I have to, I have before. I'm not that
Okay.
secure
Okay.
on using a walker,
Okay.
and I like to get things done in a hurry, so I sit in a wheelchair.
You know how to spin in that wheelchair. You know how to spin. You probably do all types of things in that wheelchair.
Oh yeah.
Is your van, you have a special van, or can you actually drive a regular van?
No, I have a regular minivan. Actually, we just purchased it and we're making payments on it, but we got it in November, and it just has a regular door. Like I said, I take my manual wheelchair and throw it into the side so I can come and go, you know, by myself without having
That's
to have the
awesome.
kids or anybody with me.
Good for you.
The special van that has like where I could take my electric chair is way expensive, and I can't afford that.
Yes.
You make do. That's good. You don't stop. You're
No.
But I live in a community that's really good. There's a
Good.
lot of people. If you go to the store, they'll ask you, "Can I help
Good.
you?" And you know, put groceries in or put your chair in it. My mom told me, Karen, you have to learn to let people help you because you're taking their blessing.
Yes.
She's right.
It's hard, but you have to.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I've gotten a little bit better at
Okay.
it. Even in the grocery stores, I'll say, "Excuse me, can you get me something on the top shelf?"
Yeah, I can't reach that. Good for you.
Yes.
So happy with, how you're doing, and you're not letting anything stop
No.
you.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to have a candid minute with you, Karen. Do you have any advice for somebody who wants to have gastric bypass surgery?
My advice would be to make sure you check the surgeon out really well. And my sister has recently had it, and she's told me about a lot of like liquid vitamins, stuff that has really come about that wasn't available when I
Right.
had surgery.
Oh,
So
okay.
really dig in and find all the resources you can use.
Okay.
But if you're overweight and for health reasons, yes, do it.
Mhm.
Don't
Yes.
do it thinking, oh, I'm going to be skinny.
Right.
And, don't do it for the wrong reasons.
Do it for the health.
Are you at the current weight you would like to be at?
Right about 200 pounds. I like to try to maintain around 200.
Okay.
I've gone down as far as when I was really bad in the bed, depleted. I could wear a size 6 in
Wow.
pants, and y'all know I've never worn a size 6.
You look, oh my
you look
gosh.
great. Yeah. You look great.
Good for
What was
you.
your highest weight?
I was up to about 375.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, you
Yeah.
definitely did it for health reasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I'm glad you did that for
Yeah.
yourself. I'm sorry that the outcome of everything, you being in the wheelchair, I'm sorry that happened to you.
She's not letting it stop her.
No,
so,
you're
yeah.
not letting it stop you. You still have a smile on your
That's
face.
right.
And it's so nice to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so nice to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karen, we just want to say thank you. We applaud you.
Mm-hmm.
And we wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you. I miss both of you.
We miss you
Miss
too,
you
but
too.
it's so nice to see you.
It's good seeing you.
All right.
Any plans on coming to Florida anytime soon?
Might be down there in a couple months because my son has a canine companion dog, and we have to get recertified every so many years. So
Okay.
it's about time.
Please
Okay.
reach out
Please.
to us.
Yes, we would love to see you face to face.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thank you so much.
Lots of hugs and kisses.
Thank you.
Do-
Yeah.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We thank you so much for joining us this evening. Please join us next Tuesday at 6 p.m. for another transformational show. In closing, Karen shared her unbelievable journey after having gastric bypass surgery and becoming paralyzed, and her will to live and push through. This type of vulnerability takes great strength and courage. Karen is paving the way for others just by sharing her story. There is a quote that I love that says, "There is no greater disability than the inability to see a person as more." Always show up every day and do better than yesterday. And if you can't, wake up the next day and try again. We are real sisters sharing real stories within our community. We thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk About It, the Candid Conversation Show.
Go. Let's go.
Come on, let's have a candid conversation. Let's talk about it. Just bring it up, we got hope and love.
Yeah.
It's all about you and your well-being. The Candid Conversation Show. Let's go, let's talk about it.